For number 5, the story in that headline spot, the headline reads, New poll shows Americans divided over DEI programs on college campuses. DEI is a big deal, and one of the biggest push that the Trump administration is doing is to eliminate it because everything should be based on fairness and merit. However, a recent AP-NORC poll reveals that the Americans out there are actually divided over diversity, equity, and inclusion programs on college campuses. Approximately 40% of respondents support these initiatives, so that's not nothing, may not be the majority, but it's pretty high. 30% oppose them, which means they give out, with 30% actually remaining neutral in the cases. While the core DEI elements like courses on racism and scholarships for underrepresented students receive broader acceptance, many critics associate DEI with favoritism rather than support services, which is where the confusion lies. The demographic differences are evident in poll results. White adults are generally more opposed to DEI programs compared to Black or Hispanic adults. Additionally, women tend to be more supportive of DEI than men. Political landscape reflects these divisions where President Donald Trump has issued executive orders to dismantle DEI practices, labeling them as illegal and immoral. His actions have led to reductions in scholarships and mentorships, and particularly affecting students of color across the nation. Despite the political opposition, public opinion remains nuanced, as you saw in the poll numbers. Many Americans value DEI components like mentorship and historic education, essentially teaching people what actually happened so you know to learn from it. But the widely based political affiliation, with this being about favoritism, essentially choosing a quota over another or a person who is less qualified, but being picked just because they are of a person of a status, that minority status, a female over males or a person of color over a white person, just because they exist, is where the confusion lies. The poll actually underscores the complexity of public attitudes towards these programs in higher education and in general, if you will, highlighting the importance for discussions and understanding the role of impact, not just saying that person is of color, so obviously the job they got was because they got preference, so give it to somebody else who is better at doing it, who is probably not of color. As simple as it sounds, as silly as it sounds, that's where we are, and that's where we're stuck.